Let's use a plastic trim tool. We're going to come right along the front here in the center. Once I press this down, I'm going to try to go in as far as I can. There's a little latch under here that we want to get in between. There we are. Now we can pop it up. That's what the latch looks like there. Just kind of pry it on it and it popped apart. And on the far side, you have this area that goes underneath the door panel. Keep that in mind for the installation process. Now let's start removing the wiring harness. For this, I'm going to use a small screwdriver. Looking at one side, you're going to find a little push tab. Carefully get in between this area, press on it, and separate the wiring from the switch. Give it a quick inspection for corrosion. Assuming it looks good, go ahead and set that aside. Now let's move up to the handle area. You're going to find a single Phillips head screw. Go ahead and remove that. Once you have that screw out, continue on down to this door handle area. Deep inside the hole, you're going to find another Phillips head screw. Remove that one. Let's remove this as well. Now let's move up here to this corner area. We'll use our plastic trim tool, get underneath this, pop it off of there. Now let's come down from there, and along the side of the trim panel, you're going to find that you have a push clip. For this, you want to go ahead and carefully turn the center counterclockwise to remove it. Now I'll continue on with my metal trim tool, and I'll pop this out of here. That's what it should look like. Let's continue with our plastic trim tool and make our way along the door panel. We're trying to find an area that we can get in between the door and the panel itself and gently separate it. Once you have it pulled away from the door, go ahead and lift it up. You want to make sure you make it up and over your door lock. Now that we have the door panel out of the way, we have clear access to the wiring that leads to the mirror. Along the bottom side of this right here, where my thumb is, there's a squeeze tab. I'm going to squeeze on that, and then I can carefully lift this up and off. Once you have that off of there, continue on to your 3 10mm headed mounting nuts. For this last mounting nut, make sure you're holding onto the mirror. Let's give that mirror a little wiggle and remove it from the vehicle. Be extremely careful not to damage the paint. There it is, friends. Okay, friends, let's get ready to prepare our brand new mirror. First, what I always like to do is fold it. Once I have it folded, I can rest it down like this. At this point, what you'll notice is in your kit, it came with this sticky foam. The areas that we need to put the sticky foam is essentially along this area. You can see that they have a marking that goes all the way around. It essentially forms a triangle. Now what you want to do is start peeling off the paper backing on your seal. It's going to be a sticky side. That sticky side obviously needs to go directly against this. Good thing about this is it's extremely flexible, so you don't necessarily need to tear it. You can just bend it around the corners as needed. There we are. Trim off whatever excess you might have. Now that it's trimmed, I'll just make sure it's completely secured to the mirror, and we can get back over to the vehicle. Let's wipe down the area on the door where the brand new mirror is going to go. Once you've done that, let's continue on by putting the wiring through the large hole in the center. After that, we can line up all 3 studs with the corresponding holes in the door. We'll slide it into position and make our way back inside to put on our mounting nuts. Let's make sure these are nice and tight. We'll double check their tightness with a ratchet. Connect in your wiring harness. Listen for a click, give it a tug to make sure it's secure. All right, now it's time to put on the door panel. There's going to be several areas to think about with this. You have several push clips that need to fit in with their corresponding holes in the door. Up along the top here, you're going to have this area that needs to fit down and over this area of the door. You have the hole for where your door lock needs to go through, and of course, on the door itself, you have wiring that you want to pay attention to. Let's start taking this, and I'm going to grab that wiring. We'll get it right into its proper position. Now I'm going to bring this up, put it up and over the door lock. We'll slide that through the hole. I'm going to press the top of the door up against the window so I'm sure that those hooks along the top are sliding in where they're supposed to be. Now once that's down as far as it can go, continue on by lining up all those push clips that make their way around the door and pressing it into position. Let's install our window switch. Lock it in, listen for a click. Now we're going to roll this. We want to make sure that we have this area down under the door panel, slide it rearward, and then bring it down. Listen for a click, double check to make sure it's secure. Let's get this inside handle on here. You have several little tabs that need to line up with their corresponding holes. Once it's in there, continue by putting in your Phillips head screw. Let's put in our plastic push tab. Make sure it's in the unlock position. Essentially, you want the center pulled out. We'll press that in with the outer aspect and then lock it in with the center. Now let's get this plastic trim piece in here. Looking at this, you can see that you have a push tab and you have several areas that show you that it needs to be pressed down before you press in the push tab. Press that down, lock it in. Let's put in our last Phillips head screw in the center here. Okay friends, we got the door back together. The last thing that I always like to do is just double check everything's functionality. Thanks for watching.